Hello Sarfarid, in this video I'll be presenting the analysis of the hardness test based on the Rockwell and Shorty methods. This presentation will cover everything from the introduction of hardness test to the comparison of material characteristics. And here is the table of content for this presentation. I will start with an introduction to hardness testing, followed by a comparison of the Rockwell and Shorty methods. Then the methodology used for testing, the hardness values obtained for all tested specimens, and the effect of using an incorrect hardness scale. And I'll also cover the difference between Rockwell and Rockwell superficial test, how tensile strength can be predicted from hardness number, and conclude with the comparison of material characteristics based on hardness value. Hardness is a key mechanical property that measures a material resistance to localized plastic deformation, such as dents or scratches. Historically, hardness tests were based on the ability of one material to scratch another, leading to the development of qualitative scales like the Mohs scales ranging from talc, the softest, to diamond, the hardest. And today, hardness testing uses quantitative method where an indenter is pressed into a material surface under controlled loads, and the depth of indentation is measured to determine hardness. The Rockwell hardness test, widely used for metals, calculates hardness by measuring the difference in indentation depth before and after applying a major load. In contrast, the Shorty hardness test, which is designed for softer material like plastic and rubbers, uses a durometer to measure the depth of indentation under a spring force. The shorty scales ranges from 0 to 100, where highest number indicate greater hardness, and this test helps users select appropriate materials for specific application, ensuring performance and durability. And here is an illustration of the different types of hardness tests we've just discussed. Rockwell and Shorty. The Rockwell test focus on measuring the indentation depth after applying both a minor and major load, while Shorty use a durometer to press a steel needle into softer material to measure indentation depth. And here are the specimens tested in this experiment, which consists of steel, aluminum, PLA, and HDPE. And the design and dimension for the metal and plastic group refer to due to the varying standard method for testing each material. The metal group was tested using the Rockwell method, while the plastic group was tested using the Shorty method. And the Rockwell hardness test has several benefits. Firstly, the method is non-destructive, meaning the material remains usable after testing, and the results are immediate and don't require complex instrumentation. In terms of cost, it is more economical than tests like Brinell or Vickers, which require more expensive machines. However, the Rockwell test also has limitations such as measurement error in depth can affect the accuracy of the result. Additionally, it struggles to differentiate between very hard material and can be sensitive to surface contaminant. In contrast, the Shorty hardness test offers precise and specific readings, especially for softer material like plastic and rubbers. It is portable, easy to use, and non-destructive. However, Shorty is limited to testing plastics and rubber, and it can produce inconsistent temperature variation. It can produce inconsistent result due to the temperature variation, which require careful control during testing. And here is the methodology where each procedure for obtaining the hardness value using different method is provided. For the Rockwell test, specimen preparation is needed before testing, whereas in the Shorty test, the specimen can be directly tested using the apparatus. And here are the hardness value obtained from all tested specimens, both from metal and plastic group, along with statistical calculations such as the mean and standard deviation. It's important to note that the plastic group has higher hardness value compared to the metal group. However, this doesn't mean that plastic are harder than metal. It's simply due to the different hardness scales used, so a direct comparison is not yet possible. And when using the incorrect hardness scale, significant inaccuracies can occur. For example, if the hardness scale is measured lower than the material's actual hardness, it could give the impression that the material is softer than it really is, leading to incorrect conclusion about its properties. This could impact further testing and the interpretation of mechanical properties. On the other hand, if the hardness scale is measured higher than the actual hardness, it could lead to overestimation of the material strength, which could misguide future tests or application. Errors like this also affect the calculation of other properties such as tensile strength. And the Rockwell and Rockwell superficial hardness tests are widely used method for measuring material hardness, but they differ in their application. The standard Rockwell tests use larger loads ranging from 60 to 150 kg, which make it ideal for thicker materials. or metals. In contrast, the Rockwell superficial test uses lighter loads between 15 and 45 kg, which is better suited for thinner materials or coating. Each test uses different scales, with Rockwell using letters such as A, B, and C, while superficial tests using the designation like 15N, 30N, or 45T. The Rockwell test is better for assessing metal and alloys, while the superficial test is more appropriate for delicate material. And tensile strength and hardness are both indicators of metal resistant to plastic deformation. As shown in the graph, there is a proportional relationship between tensile strength and hardness value. To predict the tensile strength of a material from its hardness number, we can use empirical formulas and conversion chart. One commonly used formula is this one. Wha- this formula here is showing that the the tensile strength is the product between the constant here 3.45 and the hardness number in a Brinell scale. And from this equation, we know that the tensile strength is proportional to the Brinell hardness number. And for the example, if the Rockwell hardness test of a steel material result in hardness of 70 HRB or the hardness number in Rockwell scale B, we can use the conversion chart here to compute the equivalent tensile strength. By interpolating the Brinell hardness value from the conversion chart, we can determine the corresponding tensile strength. And when comparing hardness value between different material groups and within the same material group, the provided graph can be used as a reference for different material groups such as hard steel and plastics. The Rockwell C scale shows that steel have significantly higher hardness value than plastic. Plastic tests using the Short D scale have much lower hardness value due to their weaker intermolecular forces. Within the same material group, such as martensitic steels 440A and 440C, the graphs show that small variation in alloy composition or carbon content can result in noticeable difference in hardness. It is important to note, however, that direct comparisons between metal and plastic require proper conversion method to different in testing scales. And in conclusion, hardness test is a vital method for determining a material resistance to localized plastic deformation. The Rockwell and Shorty hardness tests, while serving different purposes, are both essential tools for material evolution across industries. The Rockwell test, ideal for metal and alloys, provide quick and reliable result with surface preparation, and it faces challenge with thin or brittle materials. On the other hand, the Shorty test is specifically designed for softer materials like plastic and rubbers, offering portable and non-destructive without sensitivity to surface condition. Both tests provide valuable insight into the mechanical properties of materials, but selecting the appropriate scale and method is crucial for accuracy. Misuse of scale can lead to incorrect conclusion about material performance and characteristics, and additionally, hardness value can be used to estimate other important properties such as tensile strength, further showcasing the practical application of this test in material selection and quality control. And here are the references, and thank you.